What is up, lads? How's it going? How are you getting on? Welcome back to the channel. We had a bit of a nightmare there the last half an hour, so I really hope the mic is working this time. I was messing around with a few things. Hopefully it's working now. If there's anyone in the chat, just drop us a thumbs up or something. I was messing around with a few things there, and I think I've got it working. But yeah, we've half an hour to go to the deadline. I can't see anyone commenting yet if it's working or not, but hopefully it is. So yeah, 30 minutes to go until the deadline. Really hope this mic is working. Good man, Brian. Fair play to you. We're on the money now. It's working. Good stuff. Right, that's the stressful thing out of the way. Everything's working now. Good stuff. I suppose the next stressful thing now is locking in our fantasy team. But yeah, it definitely won't be as stressful as that last 25 minutes. Perfect. Thanks everyone in the chat. Yeah. But yeah, 32 minutes to go to the deadline. If you have any questions, throw them in. I just stuck up a thing on Twitter before I started about asking lads to send us in their team. So we're going to probably quickly run through that. As if you watch me videos before, or this week, sorry, there's 4 definites you have to have in your team: Cancelo, Salah, Jesus, and Trent. But yeah, we're going to have a look at the teams quickly. Go through that. I'm feeling a lot better now. Everything's working. But yeah, so and apologies to whoever's watching for the last mess of the last half hour. But not to worry. We're good to go again now. Right, we've got a good few comments in there now. But I suppose we'll just start off with this one. That's the first one. Who sent their team into me. Looking at it first off, very solid team. He's if you follow me on Instagram, I spoke a lot about Diaz and Robbo. Definitely prefer Robbo to Diaz. So yeah, he's got the right Liverpool player in there. Trippier's not a bad show for the first 3 weeks as well. Bailey, I'll go on to my team now in the next few minutes as well. But yeah, Bailey's he's a lad I don't currently own. I'm a wee bit worried by him right now. But yeah, you can't fit them all in as I'm sure you all know that you're watching. Good team there though, to be fair. Solid team. He's got nice cover on the bench there as well with Neto. And then once Trippier has City, I think it's game week 3, he could probably sub Neto in there as well. But yeah, nice team there. Anyway, fair play to whoever sent that in. A few questions flying in there. So I suppose we'll come back on and off as we're going, and the mic is after collapsing. Lovely stuff. Right, we'll go through the questions quick. Right, Mahrez, Foden or Grealish, since I don't have Haaland. Mahrez is a lovely pick. I'm thinking he's going to do well. I think he could probably be the lad that people would probably wildcard in if you don't have an 8 million midfielder like myself now. I don't. So Rob was my third Liverpool player. So at the moment I don't have an 8 million midfielder. But yeah, I think Mahrez is probably going to have a nice start to the season, especially if he does start against West Ham. I can see him getting something there. But out of those, I'd say Mahrez. All right, yeah. Neto or Bailey? Yeah, that's the big one now. I'm currently on Neto, as I was saying earlier. Bailey's a good lad there as well. For 5 million, you can't ask for much more. I think it's the first time in fantasy. I think the last time we've had a serious 5 million midfielder was back when Blackpool were in the Premier League and Charlie Adam was playing. Bailey's a lovely pick at 5 there, and Neto as well. If I had to pick one, because that's your question, I'd go for Neto. Just I favour that extra kind of price bracket there. If you're caught for 5 million and you've nobody else, you're kind of stuck off with Bailey, and after game week 3 there's not much else to do. But yeah, Aronson a differential. He is Leeds do have a good start from 1 to 7, but no, I prefer Neto even. I haven't seen much of him, to be honest. He did well in the preseason game, alright, but yeah, I suppose it's a wait and see in Aronson, alright. Same crack with Neto. If Neto doesn't start off well and Aronson does well for Leeds, it's an easy route there for him then, yeah. Diaz, nailed on or risky for City? I think he's as safe as it comes, really. The City player I'd be recommending is obviously Cancelo. But if you can't afford Cancelo, go for Diaz there. Your stream is on private, so you have to be a sub to watch. Mark, that's perfect. sub to the channel if you like what you're seeing. What are we on? We're 1.73 now. We started off pre-season at 1.5k, so we've grown nicely. We've grown nicely since pre-season. So yeah, do hit that sub button, Mark. Fair play to you. Should I prior having Watkins and Trent, or focus on having Robbo and Trent? Wouldn't bother about Watkins, to be honest. Villa are grand for the first three, but after that, not much better off. After that, you'd probably be looking to get rid of him. So definitely prioritise Robertson there. Just have a quick rating of this team here, because I seen he's got a Sancho pick there. Odds on FPL Paddy. I'm sure a lot of you know him over on Twitter. He asked me to be in his video there yesterday evening and to rank my top 3 United assets. Sancho's a good asset, but not in terms of, he's a good asset for United, but not in terms of the whole game. You have Rashford there 6.5, Sancho 7.5. He's at that awkward 0.5 less than 8 million, and then probably a bit too expensive compared to Bailey, Neto, and even Rashford there as well. Yeah, nice team. Apart from that, he's got City cover and Ederson. Probably missing Cancelo there, alright, but Sancho, I'd probably recommend you to downgrade to Rashford, assuming you're a United fan, if you've got Sancho, and then even if you wanted there as well, go to Bailey, and then upgrade your defence there, then and go 5 at the back. But alright, in that team, I seen the Sancho differential. I said I'd throw it up on screen, but yeah, a few more questions in the chat there. Is Zinchenko a good option? I think so. Yeah, Arsenal are very, very good now for the first 7 game weeks. So definitely have a few Arsenal lads in your team. I'm tripling up at the moment, so I'm going to make sure I'm going to attack those fixtures. Another team here now, 4-4-2 this time. He's gone for Ramsdale in the fence, 100% on that. That's what I'd be recommending as well. Fair enough. I've seen lads going for the 2 Leicester keepers, but I don't think they'll be keeping too many clean sheets there. Yeah, but Ramsdale 5 million. You know what you're getting. Arsenal have a lovely start from 1 to 7, and then we can offload them then to Chelsea assets then come game week 8 when we're all wild carding. Trippier there, yeah, fair enough for the first 2, but then you'd probably want someone on your bench. I see you've Neco Williams there. Maybe if you go for Patterson for Everton, you could rotate Trippier there as well. Mara's in midfield, yeah, I like that pick. He's a lad that I can't fit in. And then I can see why he's going for Kane there, because he's got cover for Mahrez and Cancelo. Be interesting to know if he's going to stick with Kane for game week 2. That's the thing though, it's such a toss up between Kane and Haaland at the moment. Kane could easily score against Chelsea as well in game week 2. For now, I'm putting my faith in Haaland. He had 2 chances in the Community Shield last week. Easily could have scored the last one he missed, and then he had a shot that was straight at Alisson. So I don't think he needs too many chances to score. Hoping West Ham proves the game where he kicks off his campaign anyway for the Premier League season. But yeah, I think they're missing one of the defenders as well, West Ham. So hopefully Haaland will get one on his debut. I'm a United fan, alright, but in fantasy terms, I'll be hoping Haaland comes good. Next one there as well. How are you, Breen? I have a decision. I'm 50-50 on whether to go with Perisic and bench Digne Trippier for 2 weeks. Yeah, to be honest, if I had Perisic, I'd probably get rid of him. Yeah, it doesn't, scrolling on Twitter even before I come on here, doesn't look great for Perisic alright now. He's a lad I'll probably want to my team come game week 3, game week 4, as you're saying there. But for now, I don't think it's worth starting off with, especially when you can put that money elsewhere. Even if you start off with a Diaz, you can downgrade to Perisic then for game week 3. But for now, I wouldn't start on him. 5.5 million's a lot to be putting on your bench, especially starting off with the season. Especially when you compare that to even Zinchenko at 5 and the value with Bailey and Neto in midfield. So wouldn't be kind of leaving that in your bench really for 3 weeks. But yeah, and then especially he could easily start against Chelsea. They're probably waiting or leaving him out for the Chelsea game. But yeah, I wouldn't be keeping that kind of money on your bench. Zinchenko versus Gabriel. Ian Quinner, I think it is. How are you, Ian? That's the thing. I had an Arsenal lad in my defence. I was hemming and hawing between Zinchenko and Gabriel. Gabriel looks obviously better for goals anyway. I think there's a crazy stat. Zinchenko I could be wrong, did he only get 1 or 2 assists playing with City? That could be a ridiculous statement, but I think I've seen someone say that on the timeline. yeah, I'd probably go Zinchenko. Just to the fact that once Tierney's back, then if he's moved up to midfield, yeah, you could see a bit more, a few more attacking returns from him. Yeah, but Gabriel's not a bad pick as well. I don't know what kind of ownership he is, but he's not a bad start to start the season at all. Another draft. Sure, while we're at here, there's a few more questions there coming in as well. We'll rate this team first anyway while we're chatting. But 3-5-2 this time. Ramsdale and goals, yeah, 100%. Very template, yeah. So as I was saying on Instagram earlier, just stick to the template. There's no point kind of going a bit mad earlier on in the season. Yeah, stick to the kind of Twitter template, the Instagram template. But yeah, 3-5-2 here, very nice. The only downfall here is he hasn't got a third Liverpool player. Definitely recommend starting off with 3 Liverpool players to start the season. But yeah, Saka's in there as well over Martinelli. You could probably downgrade Saka to Martinelli, use a 2 million elsewhere. You've Dallo on the bench there. If you use a 2 million, then you go up to 6.5, and then look for a 0.5 there, and that could bring Rob into your team then. Yeah, but definitely think 3 Liverpool players are the must, and if not 3, at least two Arsenal players there as well. Yeah, not a bad team apart from that. He's got Bailey and Neto in there as well, great enablers, and the bench is looking alright there as well. Dallo, he's an alright pick for 4.5, but I can't see too many clean sheets for United there. Right, next team there then. This lad's got Wilson in his team, alright. So there was some lad I did a space with Architect there during the week. FPL Architect, shout out to him. But this team does have Jesus in it, but he was considering going Wilson over Jesus to start off the season, because he was saying Leicester and Palace were hard enough games, which I don't agree with, to be honest. Leicester are very poor, and they've got a few injuries there as well, and Kasper Schmeichel's gone alright, so we don't even know the keeper situation with Leicester. But Wilson, fair enough, the first few games he could be a nice pick there as well. Forest, the first game week, I think he's not even 5% owned in the game, so I can see where he's going differential there as well. But for me myself, I'd probably prefer to stick to the template. Try and make sure you don't miss out on any big things. But looking at his team there, he's actually in decent setup, to be fair. He's got the 2 Leicester lads, the 2 goalkeepers, as I was saying. Can't see too many clean sheets there for Leicester. But he's got the triple Liverpool, the recommended one, I'd say anyway, in Robbo, Trent and Salah. And then he's got cover and Reece James, nearly 40% owned. So yeah, you have to have him in your team. And then the two City lads. Yeah, to be fair, he's not got a lot of wrong there, only for the keeper situation for Leicester. But to be fair, they could probably easily keep it clean. I could see that game tomorrow being probably 0-0 or whatever. But yeah, I like the Wilson differential, to be fair. But me myself at the moment now, I'm going Rashford for a differential. But yeah, decent team, very template as well. You've got your differentials in Wilson and Iverson. But yeah, no, definitely fair play. Few more questions in there. So Swerve, he's got Saka, Walker and Mings, or Odegaard, Digne and James. Saka, Walker and Mings, or Odegaard, Digne and James. Out of those, to be honest, I'm not mad on either. Saka, fair enough, have him in your team. Odegaard, I'd probably upgrade to Martinelli if you can. James, yeah, and Digne. If I had to pick out of the 2, probably the second one. But I'm not mad on Villa after the first 3. It's you're looking for a transfer to be made. Yeah, the one with James, I think, anyway. And then if you can upgrade Odegaard to Martinelli. Yeah, very interesting team here. Darwin captain, which I don't really agree. I suppose we'll give this lad a shout out for being different anyway. Kieran Behan, fair play to you. But yeah, he's going Darwin captain. First of all, when you look at that team, triple Newcastle. Is he a Newcastle supporter? And then the big one not are screaming out, which is no Salah. Yeah, Darwin, he mightn't even start. I think he will, but there's every chance Firmino starts that game, so I wouldn't be giving him the armband on that. Vardy's an alright pick, but then there's rumours of him, there's talk of him leaving the club, but it probably looks like he's going to stay. Yeah, it's a very differential team. It looks, even on your bench as well, you've got a lot of money on your bench there as well. Rice, I was chatting to some lad in DMs, and he kept. I told him not to go at Rice, and then he kept wondering why. But I think he was playing the Sky fantasy game. It must have been the first game, because obviously in Sky you get points for passing and that. But no, definitely not Rice. Yeah, I think he's 5.5 million, so you easily downgrade him to Andres Pereira, spend that million elsewhere. Then, and even with Perisic, then keep him on the bench. I don't think it's worthwhile there. Yeah, midfield apart from Noah Salah is fairly decent, to be fair. Sancho, as I was saying, downgrade Sancho to Rashford. You've got a million to spare then. Yeah, big worry though is Noah Salah, and then obviously then I should have said it first off as well. No Jesus is the massive worry. Seeing that he's I think he's nearly 75% owned in the game. Yeah, no, wouldn't be confident in that team, to be honest. No offense, Kieran. It looks more of a draft team than an FPL team, but I'd just make sure you have Salah and Jesus. At least if you've got Cancelo and Trent. But yeah, I wouldn't be mad on the Newcastle triple up either. That looks like it's going to cause a bit of hassle then later on in game week 3 or game week 4. Yeah, so probably reconsider that, Kieran. But to be fair, if Darwin starts, he goes well. Salah could blank, but just in the long term, you want Salah there in your team. Right, we'll go to this, lad. So John, nice few more questions coming in, so we'll get to them in a few minutes. Sorry. 5 at the back here again. The big worry first. We'll start off with the positives, I suppose. Yeah, he's got Salah, he's got Cancelo, he's got Trent, he's got Jesus, and he's got one of Kane or Haaland. So nice foundations in his team anyway. The big worry there would be Perisic on his game time, but yeah, I know I was saying about the triple Newcastle in the last thing. Trippier, yeah, he's good to start off. I think he will do well against Forest. I could be wrong in saying that. I think he got 4 assists in their preseason game. So definitely a lad that could easily get some attacking returns. But yeah, he's got his 8 million thing midfielder there in Mount. Would be cautious of not going without 3 Liverpool players, to be fair. But for now he's sticking with 2. And then if Mount doesn't start off great, Diaz or Mahrez in game week 2. Probably Mahrez, considering they've Bournemouth at home, but that's probably the move you're looking at. Or if not, you're probably get rid of Kane there. But not a bad team either, to be fair. Few things I'd point out, to be fair. The Perisic thing, you've Bailey on your bench there. If you wanted to keep Perisic, you could start Bailey over Perisic, but I don't think it's worth keeping that amount of money on your bench there, to be fair. Yeah, next up there, so we'll get to the questions then in a sec. Raya and goals, Robbo, Digne and Dunk. He's got double Brighton, surprisingly enough. I was chatting to some lad their last day about the Brighton game. I was actually watching them against I think it was Espanyol. They won 5-1. Trossard got a hat-trick, Dunk got 1. So I don't know, is this lad a Brighton supporter or what? But Trossard did look well, but I wouldn't be mad on him to start off, to be honest. There's better options around that price bracket, to be fair. I think it was 6 or 5.5. Yeah, even when you've got Neto there at 5.5 million. Trossard seems to be playing left wing back when they're defending, and then when Brighton are attacking, he turns into left forward. But to be fair, it's if you're going off form in pre-season, Trossard, he's got 3 in his last game. Dunk's got 1. So yeah, that's not a bad shout there, to be fair, off form. But no, I wouldn't be mad on them there. Kane, Jesus and Darwin up top. I like the two picks in the midfield as well, Salah and Xhaka. Yeah, the front 3 is nice. Wouldn't be too inclined now to start with Darwin, especially when you can go Diaz for $1 million cheaper and then Robbo for $2 million cheaper. But or you have Robbo, sorry, you need probably Trent in there as well. City defensive asset is probably lacking there too. But yeah, I don't want to be too harsh. 6.5 out of 10 is 6. Just even probably less than that. Sorry. Just with the 2 Villa lads, they'll be a trouble unless if you're wildcarding early. But Villa's fixtures kind of turn after the first few. So Digne and Bailey, you'll be looking to transfer them out after that. But yeah, I don't want to be too harsh. But a few nice picks in there, is a good few differentials. But I definitely advise to stay off the differential picks, especially at the start, and then build on to the differentials there. Shout out to FPL Irish, man. How's it going, man? Is Ward injured? it's very inconclusive after listening to what Rogers said. He said when he was asked who's going to start in goals, he just said we'll have to wait and see on Monday or Sunday. Yeah, if I have a word on my team, I'm going to go to my team now in a sec. I can see Sohaib is looking for my team there. I'll do one more team rating, and then we'll get into it then. So I'm going to pick a fairly differential team. Yeah, I'm going to go with this one because he's got the 3 premiums. Yeah, three premiums there. Lovely midfield onwards. Anyway, to be fair, the defense isn't half bad. He's got his Trent pick. He's got Arsenal cover. The only downfall is no Cancelo or no City defense. But that midfield up is looking very, very tidy. To be fair, Trippier, as I was saying, and Cash to start off could be a wee bit of hassle later on, but Trippier could be a nice shout, especially on set pieces and corners. Yeah, that's a lovely team. Midfield up, even the fence isn't bad at all. You've got double Liverpool fence there as well. But yeah, that's actually a very nice differential kind of draft team, away from the template anyway. But yeah, I wouldn't be as inclined to go without Cancelo, because Cancelo's a season keeper. Just he has three of the foundations I was talking about anyway. But I'd say you need probably Cancelo in there as well. Mahrez or Kulu? Sorry, Nisha. Mahrez or Kulu? I'd probably start off with Mahrez. Yeah, it's a toss up between Kulu, alright, but I think once Richarlison is back into the team, or even into the squad, he's banned for the first game. Probably seeing Kulu's minutes going to be reduced there, but yeah, that's what I'd probably say. You'll want Mahrez for game week 2 anyway, so probably save you the transfer getting Mahrez in now. Alright. Ramsdale, Neto. How's it going, the Calamies? Ramsdale or Neto or Sanchez, Martinelli? Both 5 in the bank. I'd probably go Ramsdale and Neto. Yeah, I just like Arsenal defence for the first 7. And if Ramsdale keeps clean sheets, he's going to attract some bonus points there as well. So that's what I'd be saying anyway. Yeah, that's what hopefully that's alright, Callum. I seen you just messaged there again. But yeah, Kulu and Haaland or Mount and Kane. Probably Kulu and Haaland, yeah. Not mad on Mount really to start the season. I know he did alright in pre-season. I think did he get one goal and 1 assist or 2 goals or something similar to that. But yeah, I'd stay away from the Chelsea attackers for now. James is enough cover, I think, for Chelsea. He's an attacker in himself. But yeah, that's where I'd go for. One more team. Yeah, we'll go for this one. One more rating of the teams, and then we'll get into my team then for the last 10 minutes. Yeah, so he's gone for Ward and goals. We don't know who's going to start out of him and Iverson, so something to take note of there. Trent, James, Trippier, Cancelo, solid backline there as well. Bit of a differential pick in Odegaard there. Club captain, I can see why you picked him, fair enough. Martinelli is probably going to be the first lad taken off in games. But I'm hoping he'll have scored tonight or got an attacking return before he's gone by the 70-minute mark. But that being said, I think Martinelli could be very safe to play all the minutes tonight, especially with Smith Rowe out injured. But yeah, defense is decent. You've got Cancelo, you've got Trent, Trippier I like as well. James is just kind of protection there. He's so high owned. But yeah, Odegaard is a decent pick. He's probably going to be on some set pieces as well. I probably prefer. I can see why you're going for Diaz, to be fair, but I prefer Robbo. But I think you've got Diaz in there for the 8 million. Just the flexibility of having an 8 million midfielder. But yeah, Haaland as well. I spoke a lot about Haaland and Kane, but I don't like the booking in a transfer, so that's why I'd agree with you on Haaland there. And then obviously Jesus, the most owned player in the game. Yeah, we've got 9 minutes to go until the deadline. We'll do one more of these, and then I'm going to show you my team. So I want something different. This one here, actually, I seen the Ward-Prowse pick. Yeah, very template, all good. Sorry, it's not. I didn't even spot Sterling there. He's gone for triple Chelsea. Ward-Prowse, fair enough. 6.5 is a lot now, to be fair. Rondon, I think is he 5.5, so probably not the best to be spending that much on a striker. Yeah, the midfield is interesting. I think Sterling's a lad. If he starts off well, he could easily, because there's so many people playing the game at the early weeks, he could easily tempt people to wild card and get him into the teams. But yeah, Sterling there, Diaz. Obviously, the big issue is no Salah, but it's an interesting midfield. It could easily go well. Everton they have a lot of injuries. He's probably trying to attack that Everton game on Sunday for Chelsea. But yeah, Holland captain is a big shout as well. I probably wouldn't captain him on his debut. You don't have Salah in your team, so Salah's definitely the permanent captain, the easy pick this week. But yeah, no, I'd probably make sure to have Salah in the team, and then yeah. Apart from that though, a few differentials, yeah. But as I was saying, stick to the template to start off. All right. Right, 6 minutes left. I can see there's a lot of anticipation to see my team anyway. So we'll get going. Here's how my team is looking. So here's how I'm lined out currently. Ramsdale and goals, as I was saying, seven first game weeks for Arsenal. They're a beauty. So just looking at Arsenal fixtures there, I'd hope for or expect at least 4 clean sheets there for Arsenal. So that's why Ramsdale's in net there. Maybe not tonight against Palace, but hoping he does. But that Bournemouth game, that Fulham game, potentially even that Aston Villa game at home, and then the Everton game, you should expect surely 4 clean sheets in their first, even 7 or 8. Brentford away, Brentford will probably score against them while they're away. But yeah, I'm just attacking that. So Ramsdale and goals, I don't think it's 14.5% owned. If you played the game last year and you didn't have Ramsdale, you could see how frustrating it is not to have him in your team. But yeah, I'm starting off with Ramsdale. I think he's a good pick to start off, especially with Arsenal's run of fixtures. But yeah, so I've triple Arsenal. Jesus is obviously in there. What is he now? 76% is he? Or Jesus, yeah, nearly 77%. So, and that even compared to Salah's, which now Salah's probably about 61%. That's absolutely crazy. That Salah isn't the highest owned player in the game. Yeah, but Jesus, fair enough. He's had a topping pre-season. But yeah, I've gone for Martinelli there as well. There's lads telling me to design my kit. I don't have time to do that now at the moment. Just want to make sure the team and that is locked in. Yeah, but I'll be going all green for Ireland. But yeah. Any more questions there? Should you leave 0.5 if you can? If you can, yeah. I'll show you. I don't have anything in my bank. 5 minutes to the deadline, so no. What I could do if I wanted was Rashford to Bailey, and then have 1.5 million in the bank, and then go for Perisic. That was my initial moves, but then with Perisic missing out, Rashford stays in. Really hoping Rashford does well on I think it's Sunday we're playing 12 just over 10%, 12% owned. Yeah, so really hoping Rashford does well. If he's played at striker, which I think he might be if we go two up at the top, or 2 at the top, but probably Ronaldo will get that role, or even Bruno in a false 9. So we'll see how he gets on. But yeah, we've looked good. There's a few questions asking me in the chat who do I support? I support United, so might be a wee bit biased, but I think Rashford at 6.5 million, he's too hard to ignore. Who else do I have there? I've Neto and Bailey rotation, so I think I'll go to Perisic. Otherwise, it's benched Neto over Digne in game week 2. Neto Bailey rotation, fair enough. So I wonder, Breen, who are you going to start tonight now? That'd be the big headache for me now between Bailey and Neto tonight now. But I'd probably start Bailey if I had him. But I just want Rashford in my team. If you asking for the bench, there's my bench. So I have Nico Williams, Andres Pereira, and Sam Greenwood. I'm going to swap that to Archer quickly because he is probably the most likely to get minutes out of the 4.5 millions. I'm going to throw Archer in there. So yeah, if you've any last questions, lads, throw them in. And while we're at it as well, please do hit that subscribe button. We started pre-season off with 1,500 subs. We're nearly at 1,750. So channel is growing steadily. Please do hit that sub if you're enjoying the stream. We'll be doing this weekly. But there's how I'm lining up so far. If you want to see whatever ranks I had, you can check my bio on Twitter and Instagram. But yeah, so that's what I'll be doing anyway. Weekly streams and weekly videos. Yeah. yeah, benching Perisic and playing both. Fair enough, Brian. Yeah, if you're holding Perisic for that much, fair enough. It's a wee bit of a headache between Neto and Bailey, but yeah, I wouldn't be mad on keeping Perisic on the bench for that while. James Stevens, nice to see you doing this. Thanks a million for tuning in, James. Fair play to you. And then what else have we? I made Kulu and Haaland or Mountain Kane. I think we said that earlier on. Probably go Kulu and Haaland. I think I replied to him earlier, but yeah, I'd have Haaland and then Kulu, and then you could move on to Mahrez if you wanted, or Diaz. I'm assuming you don't have Diaz if you're going for Kulu. 2 minutes to go to the deadline, lads. Few more questions in quick, and I'm just gonna double check I have the team locked in. So good man, Alan. Fair play to you. You're tuning in. Sterling is overlooked. I think he is, to be honest, as well. But he's too expensive. He's too expensive for what he is, especially when you want Salah, you want Haaland, and then three premium defenders. I've got 4 there, potentially even 5 if you include Rams as a goalkeeper pick as a premium in his position. But yeah, I don't think it's much worth there right now. Yeah, a minute to go, lads. Top 4 predictions after the deadline. Is that for game week 1? There, I'm assuming Salah's gonna bang. I think hoping Neto does well against Leeds. Jesus has scored tonight, and I'm being very biased looking at my team there, but Rashford to get something, even an assist will do. So an attacking return. That's my 4 predictions. There. So I hope that's all right. But Murphy, a good 4.5 midfielder to have on the bench. I'd go for Andreas Pereira if you're looking at Andreas Pereira plays with Fulham. If you're looking at a 4.5 midfielder, he's the man to have. He's going to play number 10 for Fulham. What more could you ask for that? He's going to be on my bench most weeks as well. Could be a nice show for a bench boost later on in the year, but he's there for now. Just he's there for a lad for 2 points if we need it. While we're here, lads, as well, I'm on Twitter as well, Twitter and Instagram at FPL Era. I'm just going to retweet this quickly. I'm not sure if you've seen this video I filmed around Galway. There's a few Irish heads in the chat, so I filmed this video around Galway on Pucon, a bar in Galway, just for the release of the Premier League season. So give that a look if you want. It got a good response on Twitter as well. But yeah, that's it really, lads. We're 6:30 now. Liam Burke is asking for a new bench. I'm going to show him there quick. Make sure the team was locked in. I hope it was, because it's 6:30 on the button. FPL is back, lads. It's great to have it back. I missed these streams, so something I'll definitely be doing during the year. But good man, Oshin, you were there. Fair play to you. Yeah, I hope everyone's locked in, lads. If you've any other questions, send them in. Probably going to wrap the stream up in the next few minutes anyway. Because I've training now at 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I need to eat something before I go. But yeah, before I go, Liam, there's my bench. If you enjoyed the stream, lads, give the channel a sub. Yeah, follow me on Twitter, and then I'm on Instagram as well at FPL Era as well. We hit 7k on Instagram here today once that loads. So I do an Instagram live every week on Twitter as well, or Instagram I should say. But yeah, I'm always on my phone answering DMs, whatever. Yeah, so here to help you for the year anyway. But good man, Brian from Kerry. You had a nice one at All Ireland anyway. I'm not from Galway anyway. I only work down there. But yeah, I think that's it, lads. I better get ready for training. Fair play to James for hopping in there. Please do, lads, if you're watching this channel for the first time, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. We're on 16 likes now. If we could get to close to 20 for the first stream, that'd be unreal. But yeah, team news in half an hour. Hoping to see Martinelli, Ramsdale and Jesus up top are playing, starting even for Arsenal. But yeah, mind yourself there, enjoy the pub, have a few pints, and hopefully we'll be celebrating a few Jesus' goals. But yeah, lads, I'm going to leave it there for this week. I'll see you next week. I'll have a video up during the week. Drop us a like on the stream before you go. Drop us a sub to the channel on Instagram and Twitter at FPL Era. fair play to you. Apologies again about the bit of a mess with the mic not working before the stream, but we got on for 35 minutes, so like I got to answer as much questions as I could. But yeah, lads, we'll leave it there. Best of luck for Game Week 1, lads. We'll see you in the next one.